Hey guys, Ed from Paranormal Inc. Ohio here, back at you again with another podcast episode. Tonight's podcast episode is going to be a little bit different, but kind of touch base on something else we've talked about before. Tonight I'm going to talk about a very evil person, and probably two very evil people that I consider especially evil. And one is a self-proclaimed Satan worshiper. He believed that everything he was doing for Satan, and everything he was doing to try to anger God. And of course, I am talking about Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker. I know from my research that I looked up on Richard, he had a very, very bad childhood. But that did not excuse what he did. He would go to kill so many people. And it was just weird how, he wasn't like your normal, everyday serial killer. He would just be walking down the street and would look at a house and would look at somebody and be like, yeah, I'm gonna kill them. I'm gonna go inside and I'm gonna tear their family apart. I'm gonna ruin everybody's lives that loves these people because I want to hurt God, and I do this for my Lord and Master Satan. That is what Richard Ramirez pretty much said when he was on trial, and he was so into it that he drew a pentagram on his hand. He proclaimed his love for Satan in the trial, and it just went on and on and on and on and on about this, and how he would love to kill, and how many people he did kill. And he admitted to every single one of them. Like, when he got caught, he didn't try to hide from it. He didn't try to say, oh, that I'm insane and that I didn't mean to do this, and and he didn't try to hide. He didn't try to hide behind anything. And I know that throughout the entire trial, he did not care. And in September of 1989, Richard Ramirez was found guilty on all charges. He was convicted of 13 counts of murder, 5 attempted murders, 11 sexual assaults, and 14 burglaries. Yes, not only did he kill these people, he would actually rape and kill them as well. And he would go to the far as the aspect that he didn't care how old the victim was. He would rape and kill them, and he would make sure that the parents was watching him do so before he killed them all. He had such a taste for he had such a bloodlust. I just can't get how this man was so wrapped up in killing so many people so horribly that he never showed remorse. Never showed remorse. Up until the day he died, on June 7th, 2013, at the age of 53 years old, he still did not show any remorse for what he had done. His span of crimes lasted from April 10th, 1984, August 24th, 1985. And who even knows how many more before that. And he was sentenced to 19 death sentences. 19 death sentences. I mean, how do you even go? That is how much this man was evil. He also quoted himself saying, "Killing is killing, whether done for duty, profit, or fun." So to this man, killing was just a-okay. So let's get into the paranormal aspect about this, now that I brought this up. You know that Richard Ramirez was a horrible person. He killed and raped a lot of people, and he did these heinous crimes that he said for his Lord Satan, and he loved Satan and hated God, despised God. So let's touch point on the fact that Richard Ramirez, he didn't grow up, in a very good upbringing. His life was just terrible. They lived in poverty, and he just had it all bad. I mean, his dad, he didn't really know his dad, and his dad treated him like crap. And it's just, let's go from there. The tragedies from that could have built something inside of him that, like I said before, that negative energy brings on, can create an entity. He grew up in El Paso, Texas, the youngest of five children born to Mexican immigrants. When he was 12 years old, a cousin who was a Vietnam War veteran showed him pictures of Vietnamese women he allegedly raped and tortured and killed. So at a young age, he was already being introduced to this type of lifestyle. And he's having this bad life. And things are just going crazy. And it just makes this thing happen. He began developing his gruesome, macabre interests in his early and mid-teens from his older cousin Miguel Ramirez, who allegedly taught him some of the military skills that he would go on to use during his year-long killing spree. Now think about it. This man did these horrible crimes and killed these people in just a year. In just 1 year. You gotta think, you're normal. I'm not saying that a serial killer is normal. But if you research serial killers, they have a MO, a mode of operations. They'll hunt their target. They'll find a target, they'll hunt them, they'll watch them for days, maybe even weeks, learning their schedule, finding out where they go, how they work, how they act, and then act upon their urge. Ramirez did not. He did not care. He could look at you on the street and kill you in the same look, the same eye. And he was terrible. And of course, he relayed all this back to he was a Satan worshiper. And like I said before, he had a rough upbringing. He was abused himself by his father. His father once tied him to a crucifix as a punishment. So already, your dad is tying you to a crucifix as a form of punishment in a way that you would, Christ was crucified. So you look at it as a bad way. Like, he would look at this as a bad thing. And he's probably thinking in his head, and he even said it in an interview one time, that, if God was so great, why didn't he stop me? So, all these things, between his cousin teaching him things that he did in the military in Vietnam, showing him and telling him and how he raped and killed these women in Nam, and then his dad using such horrible abuse on him. This in itself created an energy inside of him. And that energy inside of him was evidently Satan. And he worshiped Satan, and he loved Satan. Everything he did was for Satan. I sound like a broken record. I understand. But I think that all this negative and all this terrible things just built something up, and an entity was formed, and it was so easy to just take Richard and possess him and have him do these horrible things. Now, I'm not trying to say that he did this because he was possessed by a demon. No, Richard Ramirez was just one evil SOB. And he did what he did. He knew what he was doing, and he admitted that he knew what he was doing. And Richard Ramirez is a horrible person, and I'm glad that he's dead. And I know that sounds, every life is a life, but I'm glad he's gone, and I believe he's in hell, where he belongs to be at, is in hell. So my aspect on this is the paranormal, and I believe something took him over. I believe it worked its way inside of Ramirez and turned him into something that he always wanted to be. Now, would he have done all this stuff without being abused like he was, without being taught the things he was taught, shown the things he was shown? I don't know, I can't say. But I believe that evilness lurked its way inside of him and made him the man that he was. And he was a horrible, horrible, horrible person. And the world is a better place without him in it. So that was Ramirez. Now I want to go to another aspect of this. That aspect was just the aspect of pure evil and chaos. what evil can do, what it wants you to do. It wants us to kill each other. It wants us to hurt each other in so many ways. It wants us to hurt God and make God cry. And just, that's what it's one. That's one aspect of evil. Now, I know you've all heard the saying that Satan is the father of all lies, and he will make himself look in any way, shape, and form to try to trick you into doing what he wants. So I'm going on to another killer. This killer was Ted Bundy. And like Ramirez, Bundy grew up in a horrible upbringing. His mother would do terrible things with other men while Bundy was still in the home as a young child, and that taught him how to degrade women. He ended up hating his mother, and I think that's what led him into the fact that he did all these rapes and murders of these women. Now, when I say Satan is the father of all lies and Satan will use anything he can to trick you, let's look at Ted Bundy. Ted Bundy, they said he was a charmer. I mean, the man even charmed over the judge in his trial, and the trial judge said, "Sir, if this wasn't this type of circumstance, I would love to hear you actually be a lawyer in my courtroom." But unfortunately, times led us to different things, and he was right. That's how Bundy got away with everything. He was a charmer. He would act like he's hurt, and he would find these women that looked like they were helpless, and he would say, "Hey, can you help me get my stuff in my car? Or can you help me get a couch out of the van?" And he would have a cast, and he would overpower them when they got there, and he would knock them out, he would rape them, and then he would kill them. Now that's one evil part of the aspect with him. The other part was he would then return to the graves of the women that he buried. No matter how decomposed the bodies were, he would dig them up and would continue to rape the dead bodies of these women that he had raped and murdered. He said he loved them. He said he loved all of them, and he just couldn't bear the fact that they wasn't being with someone. Excuse me. So Bundy would revisit the graves and dig them up, rape them, and put them back. But he fooled his girlfriend, his almost, he fooled everyone. He had that charm, that wit, like Satan does, and like how evil will try to charm you in to it, and it would try to get you in with its charm and its lies, and then it takes you over, and then you start doing the things that you do because it's already got a hold of you. And a lot of people don't think like that. We're so vulnerable when it comes to evil, like demons or spirits. They will grab a hold of you and just suck you in. And then they have you, and then you're like at their will. And again, I'm not saying that Bundy did all this because he was possessed. No, Bundy was also a horrible, terrible human being and deserved the punishment that he got, and he is dead, and I believe he is rotting in hell where he belongs to be. He did what he had to do. He didn't have to do that. He did what he wanted to do. And that is what the evil wants. Again, evil wants us to kill each other. Evil wants us to do the most horrible things to one another. God himself says, love thy neighbor like you love yourself. Turn the other cheek. We don't do that. It's hard to see that these days because there is so much evil. And all these horrible crimes that happened has stained the world with just evil. And it just lingers and moves on to the next person, and on to the next person, and on to the next person. So that's why I brought this up tonight, because I wanted to do something a little different, but I know I have touched on this before, and I wanted to try to go a little more in depth of why I think that evil does what it does to us. It wants us to fail. It wants us to suffer right along with it. Just like a demonic haunting. If something's inside your home that's demonic and it comes after you, it doesn't want you to succeed. It wants you to fail. It wants you to ultimately die, and it wants to take you. And then therefore you suffer with it. It's the old saying, misery loves company. So it just sucks you in. And it does things to terrify you. It mocks the Trinity, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit by knocking 3 times. It'll scratch you, it'll bite you, it'll even burn you, it'll even get in your head and make you do things that you would never imagine doing. You have horrible nightmares, horrible dreams. The people around you start distancing themselves from you because they can't stand you, and then it gets even farther into your head and makes you believe that you're just such a horrible person and that you should just end it all. You should just kill yourself. And that is why demonic hauntings are some of the scariest things. Not just because it's terrifying, because it is. I've done demonic hauntings and I've gone through these places, and it's just some scary stuff just really happens. It terrifies you to the core, and it sticks with you for a while. But it's the aspect of that it just tears you down. Slowly but surely, it tears you down inch by inch. It just makes the people around you just not want to be around you. It makes them hate you. And then you feel hopeless and you have nothing. And then it continues to dig and dig. It's like that little voice in your head that's saying, they don't love you. You're worthless. Just go ahead. Nobody wants you around. It should be better if you just end it. That's what evil does to people. And I want you all to just be very wary about it. This is not a game. To be in this field, in the paranormal field, to even be a paranormal investigator or a demonologist such as myself, it's just, when you learn about this stuff, you learn about what every demon does and how it does it and why it does it and when it does it and what it loves and what it hates and what it wants from you and how it would just feed off of you. So I tell people that come to me and say, well, I'm thinking about going into the paranormal, or I'm thinking about doing demonology. Take it very slow. Don't rush into it. There's a lot of people out there that rush right into it because, they want the rush, the impact, the kind of the high that, you get from doing this stuff. Like an adrenaline rush. I get that. I started paranormal investigating in 2005, and here it is 2022. And I'm still learning things that I had no idea was even about the paranormal. Read your literature. Check it out. I get it that, people want to do this, but just be very careful. That's why I come on here and tell you guys this stuff. Just do your due diligence. And just watch yourself. Say your prayers. Like, whatever is your belief, keep that next to you while you do this stuff, because this stuff can grab a hold of you and can absolutely just eat you alive. And I want it all to be gone. I don't want evil to stay. As much as it's my paranormal business and everything, I don't want it to be here. It's evil. It's just bad. So that's why I want you guys to come here and just listen to me talk about it. These things I tell you, and the hunts that I go on. I'll be telling more about the hunts that I go on. That way you guys can catch a hold of what it is. And if you guys want to see the footage, you can go to paranormalincohio.com and it'll take you to the Facebook page. You can go into the Facebook page. You can go to Paranormal Inc. Ohio group. That will take you to the group page. And everything I do is on there. Pictures, video, audio, everything. I'm currently helping a family right now get rid of something that is very, very bad in their home. It started off very low key and, just knocks here and knocks there. And now there's shadows just running around the house. There's what sounds like people screaming. There's just thumps and just bad nightmares that the people are having. And it's affecting their baby. And it's something very bad that I'm going to rid from their house. And you guys will be there every step of the way because I'll talk about it. And I also put the stuff on the website that you guys can see. So that was tonight's episode. I know I drug it on a little longer than what I usually do. I hope everybody enjoyed it. You can check out paranormalincohio.com and it'll take you to the Facebook page, Paranormal Inc. Ohio. Once you get there, if you want to do more than just the page, you can go to Paranormal Inc. Ohio group. That is our group page on Facebook. You can also check out our crystals that we have there, our sage bundles that we have there, and you will also learn more about how crystals have their healing powers and their protective powers, and how sage can cleanse your home or wherever something evil is at. So you come check us out there. I know that every Monday night here at 10 o'clock is the podcast. Every Thursday night at 10 o'clock is a ghost story where I tell you guys about a previous hunt or about a very haunted location. And then Friday night is our Fear Friday live nights. We go live every Friday night at 10 p.m. where you can come on there. We'll have a discussion about wherever you guys want to discuss. I'll start telling a story, and this is what usually happens. We go off into other things, and we talk all about the paranormal. You ask me questions. I try to answer them to my best of my knowledge. So I hope everybody enjoyed tonight's podcast episode, and I hope to see you all Friday night on our live at 10 p.m. on Facebook, and I hope you guys check out ParanormalIncOhio.com so you can check out our crystals, our sage bundles, and you can check out our stories, our pictures, audio, video, whatever you want to check out there. And I hope you guys had a great evening. And if you guys ever want to, you can message me on there and you can ask me any question you want, and I will try to answer it to the best of my ability. And I just hope everybody has a great night. Thanks again for checking us out, guys.